Good morning. I pray that your Saturday was filled with spaces and places of joy, of peace, of happiness. Just want to give you a little view of where I am right now. I'm starting off just to show you that I am in Costa Rica in a place called Dominical, and it really does look like paradise. Today I want to talk about unconditional love. I had a conversation this morning as I'm beginning a 3-day juice fast. You all pray for me. But I had a conversation about unconditional love. And as I think about unconditional love, it really makes me think, is that possible? Is it possible to have unconditional love? And I don't know that I believe that as humans, we can love unconditionally. Because as humans, we bring our own flaws, we bring our own quirks, we bring our own belief systems, and we may love someone within the depths of our hearts, but do we totally accept everything about them? We may love someone, but it doesn't come with conditions. You know, some people will say, yeah, think about raising your children. I love my children. I love them, love them, love them. But there has been times when raising them, and even now, where I've had to say, you know, where I've been challenged. There's been times when the path that they may have wanted to take or the path they were on was not the path that I would have wanted for them. It may have been a path that I knew was not going to have great outcomes for them. But, you know, I chose to I still love them, you know. So does unconditional love mean that we have to agree with everything? No, not necessarily. Does unconditional love mean that the person has to walk exactly the way that you want them to walk or say or do what you would have them to do? No, that's not it either. When I think of unconditional love, and that's why I wonder if humans can really obtain it, I think about, for me as a Christian, what I consider the unconditional love that God has for me. The unconditional love that I believe that God loves me no matter what. No matter when I do things that are not pleasing in God's sight, when I behave in a manner that's not very kind, when I even question and want to turn away from my belief system, I believe that God loves me. I believe that God loves me even when I'm angry with God. And now as I'm talking this out, I think that is how I kind of feel about my children and my grandchildren, that even when they don't do what I want them to do, I still love them. Even when they don't go in the path I would have them to go, I still love them. So maybe there is such a thing as unconditional love. But I would invite you to consider, are you loving in an unconditional way? And who are you loving in an unconditional way? Are there people who we are giving unconditional love to who may not deserve it? Are there people who we love everything about them, that we are so blind to the things that they may be doing that may be harmful to us? Not just harmful to themselves, but harmful to you. Unfortunately, some of you are in situations where there's domestic violence, or where you're in a situation where your very health and well-being is at stake. Can you continue to unconditionally love under those circumstances? And in my opinion, the answer is yes. But we can exhibit unconditional love. We can also exhibit common sense. If you're in a situation where you're being harmed, or where your well-being is not being taken care of, where you are in danger, then by all means, you can continue to love, but go get some safety. You can continue to love, but set good boundaries. You can continue to love, but determine, I'm going to love you from afar. because my love of self is greater than my love for you. My love of my own safety is greater than my love for you. And sometimes you may not be in danger, but it may be better for you to separate yourself from that person because your love for them is greater than your desire to watch them destroy themselves. And I don't really know who I'm speaking to this morning, and I don't really know where this message is really going, but I do believe that someone out there needs to hear this today. I do believe that someone out there needs to understand that we have been created to unconditionally love. The things that affect unconditional love, the bugs are starting to get me, is things like hatred and racism and greed and jealousy. But if we can kind of work towards being kind people, if we can work towards being caring people, work towards being people who recognize that we are just as flawed as the people who we are trying to hold their flaws against them, then maybe we can come to a place where we can truly unconditionally love each other. But if that's not possible, let's try, as Tabitha Brown would say, let's try not to hurt each other. Let's try to, not be a hindrance for each other. I don't know most of you at all other than on social media, but I can say, and when I say I love you, I mean I love you because you are a human being. I love you because you are struggling with this thing called life the same way that I am. So let's all try to be kind to each other. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.